You're right on life in the Philippines, love, chain nation, and BobbieD and LisaD One nation under me, one love. Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from the Long Bond Philippine. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Hey, today I want to talk to you about in modern Ukraine, people of color need not apply from the Philippines. In modern Ukraine, people of color need not apply in from the Philippines. Yeah, what's a joy, what a joy, it's a joy to come back to get my friends. And today, I want to say for those of you here for the first time, if you would please, click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you continue receiving fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about Ukraine and you talk about Russia and you talk about the Celtic, Baltic nations in Europe, you understand? Very seldom do you hear about racism. You don't hear a lot about it. You know why? Because not a lot of people of color out there. But I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you hear about it, it is not pretty. It is not nice. It is not pleasant at all. If you happen to be in a melanated skin like me, okay? I got this melanin in my skin, that black stuff, that chocolate, that pretty chocolate skin I got. I love it. Some people don't love it, you know what I'm saying? Some people can't stand it. You know? And most of the people that you find that can't stand it are the Europeans. So we're going to talk about some things that's happening in Ukraine. In the first part of this series, I talked about how the Ukrainians were discriminating against Africans, blacks, you know, trying to kick them off the bus. And we discovered as we went through the broadcast that not only were Africans being discriminated against racially, but they were all people of color. If you were not white, you were not right. If you were black, you had to get back. If you were brown, you had to stick around. Yeah. They wouldn't let you in the train. They wouldn't let you on the bus. They wouldn't let you cross the line to get to freedom land in Poland or Hungary. They wouldn't do it. Their thing is, they like Hitler. You remember Hitler? You had that thing about the Aryan race superiority. You got to be white as snow, or they don't want to see. They won't be bothered with you. So I gotta tell you this. This is my opinion. Although I sympathize with the Ukrainians and the war that they're in with the Russians, I sympathize with them. I'm sorry that happened to happen, and I want them to be victorious in that conflict. However, I also want them to be victorious in destroying racial stereotypes that they apply toward people of color in that country. I want them to treat people of color equally, right way, tight way, according to the laws. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If you're African, if you're an African Ukrainian, okay, that means if you're a black Ukrainian, and there are some black Ukrainians. I'll show you in a few seconds as we go through this broadcast. There are black Ukrainians there. Yeah, I know this is a revelation to some of you guys, but there are black Ukrainians that are born there, and they've been raised there. They speak the language fluently because they were raised up with it. They're there. Okay, not a whole lot of them, but they're there. Okay, so but if you're a black Ukrainian in that country and you have a passport, they got a special stamp on your passport. Why, BobbieD? Why? Because you're black. You're not color. You're not Caucasian. You're not white. So you got to get back, Jack, because you're black. Now I'm making a little light of it, but it's not funny. It is not funny to me because that's the symbol of treating people as second-class citizens. Okay. If you recall, those of you that have this melanin in your skin and live in the United States of a doggone America, this is how we were treated before people like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, John Lewis, Hosea Will. I could go around Jesse Jack. I could go right down the line. Walk. They marched for us to get rights, the right to vote, the right to be treated equally, right for equal pay, equal job. Those people shed blood, sweat, and tears over you and me. And some of y'all just forget all about it. They don't even know nothing about them. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Let me tell you something. The past can be repeated again if you forget it. I'm not going to forget it. And I would advise you, if you got this melanin in your skin, remember the past. Because it's coming around again, and you got to beat it down. Whenever you see them trying to treat you like your granddaddy, daddy, they treated him. Beat them down. Not physically, but by the law. Get the people in the office that can vote, that can make the correct laws. Like right now, we have laws that are in about 34 states right now that turning back the hands of time, trying to get the Jim Crow back. They call it the old Jim Crow law. They don't want us to work. They don't want black people to vote. They want to hold us back. They all the kind of laws they're trying to stop us from getting to the poll. All kind of stuff, but it ain't gonna work. Mark my words, it's not going to work. But whatever laws they put out, we're going to turn out in great numbers like we normally do. Ain't nothing going to turn us around. I remember the old freedom song. Y'all remember that? Ain't going to let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't going to let nobody turn me around. Marching on the freedom lane. Yeah, that's the old marching the freedom song. Old back in the day when I was a little boy, I was in the line with them. I didn't know what I was doing. But I was marching with the grown folks. And that song stuck in my mind. We don't let nobody turn us around. We came too far. And I'm telling you the same thing for people, the black Ukrainians, African Ukrainians, you came too far and you should stand up for your rights. And whenever they try to beat you down, stand back up and say, look, I'm still a man just like you. You can hit me with that stick all you want, but that ain't going to change the fact that I'm a man like you. Just got a different color. Let's go. All right. So today we're going to talk about several things, okay? And all centered around Ukrainian people, how they treat black people, and more generally, people of color. Okay? Because it's not only blacks they're discriminating against. It's all people that are non-white, people of color. Okay, so thumbnail for the day. Here we go. So we talked about this is our thumbnail for the day. We got black Ukrainians. Yeah, they are. Revelation newsflash. They are black Ukrainians in Ukraine. They were born there. They got black passports. And they love their country, but they don't love the way they're being treated. Okay. From the cradle to the grave, they're being treated as second-class citizens. But yet they're required to do everything a first-class citizen should do. Okay? But they're not given all the rights of a first-class citizen. Okay? So there you see, we got Olympian, silver medalist Olympian, Blaine, guy on the right. Then we got Diasi, rather. The lady right there, she's an activist in Ukraine. She got arrested. Yeah. So we're going to talk about them later. But yeah, those are some of the black Ukrainians. They were born there. They were born there. Now you say, well, Bob, how could they be black and they're born in Ukraine? There's no black Ukraine. There's no blacks born in Ukraine originally. However, this is a small world, right? So Africans go over there to work and whatever they got to do, and then hook and they mingle up. And they get children. So that's where that came from, okay? That's where they came. That's how they evolved. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that Ukraine has been a free country for what, 30 years. So over 30 years of time, Africans migrated there. Most of them go there for schooling because the school in Ukraine is very, very inexpensive, but they have some of the best schooling in the world. Just like in the Philippines, the schooling here is very, very inexpensive. But unfortunately, the Philippines don't have some of the best schooling in the world. But people come here because it's low and it's inexpensive. So that's the same way it happened. Okay. So now we'll talk about no hocus pocus, just focus. Focus. Okay? Focus for today. Here's our focus. We're gonna talk about 4 things. I got 4 things for you today. I'm not playing with y'all. We're gonna be in this and we're gonna be out of this. Number 1, we're gonna talk about I'm sorry, y'all. That's the wrong one. Did I get my focus up here? Hold on now. Hold on 1 second. I don't think I got. Okay, yeah. This is our focus. So this is our. I got it mixed up, y'all. This is our focus for today. We're gonna talk about Terrell J. Starr, Terrell Jermaine Starr. We're gonna talk about Terrell is a African American. However, he stayed in the Ukraine for a long time, and he gave us some very, very good insights on how their black people are treated in Ukraine. We're gonna talk about racism is overt. And then we'll talk about examples of racism. And then we're going to touch on a little bit of hope for the future, hope for tomorrow. Everybody needs some hope in their life. I don't know about you. I can't exist without hope. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus Christ and his righteousness. Yeah, I cannot live without that in my life. I know some of y'all don't believe in him, but that's okay with me because only the strong survive, and not strong. I survive on Jesus. That's my strength for tomorrow and for right now. So yeah, but we're gonna talk about 4 things today. And I told you what. Number 1 is what? What's number 1? You forgot that quick. What's number 1, man? Wake up. We ain't gonna be there long. Wake up. I know I came later today so I could avoid some of the noise, but they came back from lunch early, so if you hear something, boom, boom, boom. My work is still working. All right. So number 1 is what? Terrell J. Starr. That's what we're gonna talk about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Terrell. Let me introduce you to African American young man. It's very important to understanding the roots of Ukraine and black people in Ukraine. His name is Terrell Jermaine Starr. Okay, that's him right there on the right. And as you see, he has his Ukrainian hat on when he was in Ukraine. He lived there for quite a while, and he's a journalist. He's a senior. He was a senior. He's a senior fellow, non-resident. That means he went to school there for one time. And he was a resident fellow. Now he's a non-resident fellow, and they paid him to go to school. So he's a smart guy. And then he's a journalist currently. He works for Root. I have the Root, the magazine. They have an electronic magazine called the Root. They pretty much chronicle black people's journeys and focus on black issues. And then he also has a weekly podcast on Europe and Russia, Eurasian information, important matters for the European people. He was a former resident of Ukraine, so he had a lot to share. I read a lot of his information. He's a very great writer. He's a good writer, and we're going to talk to you about how he dealt with his time in the Ukraine and how he saw the inhumanity and the inequity of how blacks and African Americans, blacks and people of color in general were treated. According to many of his writings that I read, if you were not white, you were harassed. You were treated differently. And it wasn't like, a lot of people, they'll try to hide it, that they're being discriminated against you. They try to hide it. No. They'll come out in your face and look, you're not white. Get in the back. Get away. That's how they did, according to Terrell Starr. He lived there. And he said he had a hard time dealing with it because it felt like he was going back in the 50s and 60s in a time where he never lived, but now he knows what the people went through because it's happening in Ukraine. Okay? Now, so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know, if you have this melanin in your skin, anywhere on this planet you go, you're going to find a little, especially if you go in a European country, you're going to find discrimination. It may not be overt at times, but it will be there. And it would be to your advantage if you knew that in advance and you knew how to look out for it and cook out for it and be ready for it. I'm not trying to tell you to fight nobody. You can't fight nobody because they think evil thoughts. That's not cool. But you can prepare yourself for the evil thoughts in their mind that they may try to put on you. You don't have to be around them. If you got to work with them, work with them. But when it's time to hit that clock, hit the clock and hit the dough. Okay? I'm telling you, man, it's everywhere you go. Okay? Sometimes I see it here in the Philippines, not a whole lot. This is one of the few countries that is really not overt. It's covert here, and you don't see it a lot here. I gotta admit that. But there are many countries in Europe that is overt, and you have to be careful as an African American or as an African with the melanin in your skin where you go and what you do. Okay, so Terrell Starr, thank you for your information. Now, number two is what? Number two, we're gonna talk about racism, overt racism. Okay, here we go. Now, racism is overt in Ukraine. It's not hidden. It's not covered. All colored people, whether you're brown, whether you're Indian, whether you're Moroccan, Egyptian, if you're not pure white, if you're not of the Aryan race, you are considered one of the people that they want to not treat right or not like them. Anyone that's not like them, they treat differently. Okay. The stop by Terrell Starr said that he was Terrell Starr said he was stopped by the Ukraine police 26 times. During this entire stay there, he was stopped 26 times because he was black, for no other reason. And they said, "You black. Hold up right there. Where's your ID?" Yep. 26 times, man. Can you imagine that? That's like being in the United States of a doggone America. Yep. They stop you for no reason. The only reason in their mind, they make up a reason when they stop you, but then the first thing pop in their mind, your color. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. A few weeks ago, there was two kids that was fighting in school. I don't know if it was school or something. And one was a black guy, right? Black kid. The other one's a Caucasian kid. Okay? They got to mixing it up real good, bang. And then next thing you know, they was on the ground. They were going at it. And the po came, And the first thing the po did, guess what? They locked the black guy. They took the black guy, put him in handcuffs, and told the white guy, "You okay?" And they sat him on the couch. Say, "You sit there right now. We're gonna lock this black man up." They didn't even ask no questions. They asked no questions. They just locked the African American kid up, and he's not the one that started the fight. He was defending himself. See, you gotta watch out. In the minds of every non-black, you are wrong until they find out that you right. Okay, so you got to remember that, man. And that's not only in the United States of America, as we see today, it's all over the world. Okay, now there's discrimination. Okay, housing, jobs. Okay, there's a lady in there's a city called Uzhgorod in Ukraine. Ukraine, there's a water park, and they don't have a sign saying for white people only. This is how they get around it. When the security guard, you have to go to the security guard when you come in, right? And if you're not white, you can't come in here. He just say you got to go that way. You can't, no interest. But if the white person comes, he'll move you out the way to come on. That's how they do it. They don't have a sign up saying black's not allowed. They just, when you have to go to the security guard, and the security guard won't let you in. So they have water parks that are only for whites. White people in their country believe that if they go swimming with a person of color, they're going to have some bad diseases, all kinds of crazy stuff in their mind. Okay? And it's wrong, and they need to be called out for it. That's exactly why I'm doing this broadcast. I don't hate Ukrainians. I don't hate white people, but I hate the way black people is being treated. That's what I'm after. I'm not after any individual. I'm after the treatment. I'm after being treated correctly and legally correct. Well, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like my color. You don't have to like me, but you have to respect me according to the laws of the state. And that's what I'm about. And when you cross that line and you violate my humanity, my dignity, my self-respect, then you need to be taken to the law, the fullest extent of the law. Let's go. So racism is overt, man. Ain't no hidden thing there. They out with it. And they flout it. They don't give a flip. They don't give a flip about your rights. They care about your color because they think your color is bad. And they think that you're bad because of your color. And they don't want their kids around you. They don't want you to go to school with their kids. They don't want you to play with their kids. All kinds of crazy stuff in their mind. I told you the other day, this like going back in the 50s, man. when all of our children were segregated from the white kids. We had black schools and we had white schools. It was unequal. The black school was tore down. No books, no nothing. The white school had everything, computer, everything you could think of. That was unequal, unequal, and it's not fair. The laws have changed to get that corrected. And in some parts of the states, you still find that inequity. Okay? So look, what I'm saying, the same thing we dealt with in the 50s and 60s and 40s and all that is still happening in Ukraine today. And they got the unmitigated gall to request help from fighting. And they need to straighten out their racial inequity first. And then maybe, just maybe, the United States might come and help them out. Don't you? What do you think? Let's go. Round train, BobbieD and LisaD One Nation. Who we got? Number 4. We get ready to go out this door. Then number 4. Number 3. Examples of racism. Okay. Here we go. Angela Diaz. You see the lady on the right there? That's her with her hair curled, and then she's right there and with her hair braided up a little bit. That's her right there. She's a born Ukrainian, African Ukrainian. Her dad was Nigerian, mom was Ukrainian. So she's mixed. She don't know nothing but Ukrainian. Okay, she never went to Nigeria. She don't even know where it's at on the map. Okay, so she's Ukrainian. That's all she knows. But all she knows is being treated unfairly. All she knows is being treated like a second-class citizen. All she knows is people hate the way she looked. All she knows is that all her life, she was feeling like nothing. No self-esteem or low self-esteem. And that's what happens when you are picked on because of your color. I know. I went through it as a kid. Yeah. The people call you the N-word. You think that's nice? And you got to suck it up. Because if you say something back, there's a fight. And you're the only black thing, it's unfair. You're going to get beat down. Yeah? It's not fair. And when I see inequity, I'm going to call it out. That's her right there. So she's an activist in Ukraine. She's an activist and she wants people to be treated. And they arrested her. She's a model. She's an activist and she was arrested, okay, for calling out inequities in the government and how they're treating the people. Now, another example. You see the picture there on the left. This is Asa. I couldn't get her last name. She's married to an Ukrainian man, right? And she's an African. And what they did to this lady is unspeakable. She's a young mother from Sierra Leone, right? She had her 8-month-old baby with her. And she got on the bus, y'all. And you know what the people did when they saw the black lady got on the bus with a black child? They tried to kick off. She said, I ain't going nowhere. I got to ride this bus just like you. And they kicked her off the bus. And the bus driver had enough sense. He called the po-po. And when he called the police, you would think that he would arrest some people that were harassing Aussie. But you know what they did, man? Guess what they did? They took Aussie right in front of her child and put her in handcuffs. Yeah, they put her in handcuffs and they locked her up because she wanted to ride on the bus, just like Rosa Parks. All she wanted to do is ride on the bus, and the people kicked her off the bus and called the cops on her. Come on, man. Wrong is wrong. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, blue. What's wrong with a woman and a child riding on the bus? Huh? How worse can you get? And you're going to kick her off the bus. And then the police come and they lock her up. You're wrong, Ukrainians. You're wrong. Let's get it right. Last one, we out, man. We out. There is hope, my friends. There is hope. This guy right here, he's a member of parliament. His name is Zan Balianak, okay? And he is not only a member of their parliament, first black member ever, he's an African Ukrainian black member in parliament, first ever, but he's also the first ever silver medalist for Ukraine, okay? He was one of the silver medalists in the 2020 Olympics for Greco-Roman wrestling, okay? So you can see him there with the president, Zelensky, And that's hope that there's somewhere down the line, somebody got to have some sense, and that things will be better for the people. And hopefully, since he's in government, he will make some laws that will make changes to the way they're treating the people out there. And this type of inhumane treatment, and I did in my first broadcast to you a few days ago, I showed you how they're treating the Africans that are trying to go home, and all sorts of people of color that is trying to go home. They won't even let them get. They say, if you're not Ukrainian, you can't get on this train. You can't get on this bus. You have to get back. And so what happens is the African students, the people of color students that from all other nations are coming every day, and they turn them back every day. So they're stranded. We got thousands of non-Ukrainian people of color students, African, blacks, you name it, from some of them, some Iranian, all over the world, stranded in Ukraine, in the middle of a war, in the middle of a war zone. All they're trying to do is get out, to go home. They won't let them out. They say, nah, Ukrainian, no, get back. How crazy is that, man? Yeah. So let's pray. My brothers and my sisters, let's pray for the people of Ukraine, that they will become more enlightened, and that they will treat people with respect and dignity, regardless of their color. Martin Luther King said, you got to treat people regardless of the color of their skin, treat them according to the content of their what? Character. Some of y'all think I'm prejudiced. You really do. I know you do. But you can think all you want. I know the truth. And the Lord knows you. I'm not prejudiced, man. I just want to be treated right. If I was prejudiced, I'd be going around taking out people because of the things they did to me and my race. But I'm not. I want to be treated fairly. I'm not holding nobody, mama to or grandfather or them for the thing their grandparents did. This is today. I want to be treated fairly for right now, for who I am. Not what you think in your mind about me. Treat me fairly how I treat you. If I treat you nice, treat me nice. What's wrong with that? Don't treat me bad because you don't even know me. And that's how I'm expressing to you how people of color feel when they're discriminated against for no reason other than the melanin in their skin. It is wrong. It'll never be right. Okay? And whenever you see a wrong in this world, call it out. Okay? That's it. Come ready to drive train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation under group, one love. People get ready. Sorry. Well, there's a train that's coming. Don't be the ticket. It just get on. All you need is love. Woo. Say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. It just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready to ride train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation under group, one love. I know you are, man, because I'm ready too. And the reason why I came a little later today, guys, was because we got some people working. They went to lunch, and the people came. They normally take an hour lunch. They came back early. We can't get rid of these guys. Anyway, so that's why I came, because they go to lunch at 12. I came at 12, and they took a 10-minute lunch. I'm like, what the heck? But anyway, that's where we are now. Y'all ready to ride train? I'm going to find out who rubbing up, tubbing up. Oh, when I said toot, toot, you say all aboard. Toot, 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 toot. When I said all aboard, you said toot, toot. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Let's ride this train today. Y'all ready, man? Hey, I ain't playing today. We speeding like Speedy Gonzalez. Lisa D's here today. We had a great day yesterday. We did a lot of stuff yesterday, and we came home. We were so tired. We went to sleep on the couch. She took the first half of the couch, and I took the second half. And then next thing you know, it was like, a couple of hours later, we got up, and we still had stuff to do, but we was rested, so we were ready for the occasion. All right, so let's go. I'm finding out who rubbed up, tubbed up, buffed up, first thing didn't. Who that said? Who that said they can't beat them? Say who that said they gonna beat them? Say I need to know. We find out here. I'm down here. Okay, who that is? Okay, I went too far down, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. What's up, SML in the house today? What's up, man? He said, peace, man. Thank you so much. SML is doing it right, tight, long term. He kicked the door and he said, what's up? He said, I'm going to be number one today. Ain't nobody can do nothing about it. Hey, you did it, man. You made history today. You made history on the show. You are the number one honcho in the house. Nobody can rake you, shake you, make you, bake you, or take you, because you're the number one, and you won't relinquish that spot. So good to see you, Round Train Bobby Lisi. He made it in the house today, SML. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Round Train, y'all give me a spot. Round Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Wendell Conyete. Wendell Conyete. What's up, Wendell? How you doing, my brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see ya. He said, good morning, Bobby. Hey, good morning to you, or good evening to you, wherever you are in this world, Wendell. So good to see you. I know you're preparing to come to the Philippines. You're getting your flight ready. You're getting your hotel reservations and all of that stuff. You're getting your RTR, PCR test, a company ready before you go. Make sure you go. You have to get that test 48 hours before you arrive. You have to be a negative test. And if it's positive, you won't be able to come in. So make sure it's negative. They're going to hold you back. All right, so good to see you, man. Wendell, man, I love you, man. But you know what, man? I got something to tell you. At least you just walk outside. I got to do a good job, man. I got to tell you, right? Number 2, jump from there. What's up, Wendell? So good to see you. Hey, man, I love you, Wendell. We love you, man, but we don't love the number 2 spot, okay? We're not coming after you. We're coming after Spot. We're coming up that number 2 spot. You good, man? You good? Let's go. Ride Train Bobby D. One. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murphy? He said, hello, family. What's up, Bobby D? Yeah, man, we doing good, man. You all right? So good to see you. But got in the house. Woo! Got in the house. Go finger. Hey, Murphy Hayes is a gold member on the train, and he's the first official gold member on this train, and he is due much respect. Much love is given to Murphy Hayes. Gun in the house, go finger, don't play with him, okay? Because if you mess with him, you're going to mess with me, and I'm going to have to hurt you. Nah, just playing, man. But yeah, I need some more members, man. I need 14 more members for the rest of this year. I got 6. I need 14 more. Now, SML, I need you to consider being a member. Wendell Conyete, just don't think I'm picking on you guys. Everybody that's not a member, when I talk to you on the show today, I'm gonna ask you to be a member. You said, Bob, you beg me? No, I don't beg you for nothing, man. Come on from me with that. I don't beg nobody but the Lord. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given unto thee. The Bible says, knock, seek, and ask. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm asking. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with asking. You can say yes or you can say no. Either what, but I ain't begging you. Only person I beg is the Most High God. I need 14 more members. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to your attention. I'm gonna ask you every time, and if I ask you, make up your mind and pray about it. I ain't trying to force you. I ain't trying to strong arm you on doing nothing. If your mind ain't in it, don't do it. Let's go. Round Train Bobby Lisi, One Nation. Who we got? Wendell. He said, I'm finally out there in the Philippines for my life. Oh, you made it. Okay, great, Wendell. Wendell, man, congrats. Congrats, Wendell. So happy to hear that, man. He made it in the Philippines. Where are you at in the Philippines? Where you at? It is March 3rd, and Wendell made it. They just opened the doors last month. He made it in a few weeks, man. He wasn't playing. Wendell wasn't playing, man. Hey, man, so glad to hear that. See, man, that's one of the first of many stories, success stories, that we're going to hear, that people are reuniting with their lady loves, and they're getting the sparks back up again, and they're happy. And Wendell is a happy camper right about now, and he's going to be even more happier in the weeks to come, in the days to come. So glad to hear you made it, Wendell. Tell your lady BobieD and Lisa they said hi. Okay, man. So good to hear from you, man. Thank you for letting us know that piece of information. Thank you. Oh, Round Train BobieD. What's up, man? Esmond said, what's up, Murphy? You all right, man? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Round Train BobieD Lisa. Murphy, hey, say congrats. SML. Hello, Wendell. What's up, man? Wendell made it, man. He's out here in the Philippines. He's having the best time of his life. He waited 2 years, and he was crying every time I turned around. He sent me a text message, a Facebook messenger saying, "Oh, Bobby, when they gonna open up?" I said, man, I wish he would stop all that craziness. Now he gonna open up when they get ready. But he made it, man. I'm so happy. Y'all don't know how happy I am, man. I like to hear stuff like that. I like to hear people and have their dreams being realized, you know, and seeing that they made progress. See, Wendell he wasn't them kind of guy to just sit there and talk that yin yang, but I'm gonna get there by one day, I'm gonna get there, and one day never get here. His one day is here right now. Okay, that's what you need to work on. Don't be the talk. Don't talk is cheap. You heard they say talk is cheap. Cheap talk. Anybody can talk that yin yang, but action, putting it in action. You know, dream is just a dream until you put it into action. Martin Luther King had a dream, and it's still a dream because it hadn't become reality yet. You say, well, parts of it may be parts, but it's not a full reality yet. It's still a dream, and many of us have to keep the dream alive by doing the things that he said to do in his dream. You with me? Let's go round train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Who we got? Murphy, hey, he said, congratulations, Wendell. Glad to hear it, man. You made it, man. He out there with his lady in the Philippines now, and he's having the time of his life, and he's feeling really good about it. Hey, Lisa D, Wendell Conyete is in the Philippines with his lady, and he trying to find out that she's shady. I hope she ain't now, man. She ain't shady. I know you've been talking to her all this time, and you would have known by now she was shady now, right? But you're trying to just reacquaint yourself.
That's your lady, Wendell.
You're trying to reacquaint yourself with her, and she's trying to reacquaint herself with you. And I know she's so happy. I need you to send us some pictures. Okay, man? I need you to send me a picture so we can show the train members that you made it with your lady. You just wasn't lying to us on you just wasn't talking that yin yang on the train, okay? Send us some proof. I want to see some proof, okay? Can you send me a picture, Wendell, with you and your lady hooked up like that? Come on, man. Send us a picture. Round train, BobbieD, LisaD One. Who we got? Wendell, he said, I had connecting flights, but I am here now. Okay, Wendell, I also want you to tell us, Wendell, since you're one of the first we've talked about that has made it, can you describe your trip to us? What were the bad points about it? What were the good points about it? What airline did you take? Did you like that airline? All of those things we need to know. Inquiring minds want to know, because I got many guys here that haven't done the journey, and so the things you tell them, it might help them get a smoother ride or a smoother coming to the Philippines because of what you said. Okay, so give us some more information, Wendell. If you have to email me, that's fine. But if whatever you can tell us now, tell us, man. We want to know. Okay, Wendell, we're glad you made it. Then tell us what about your. You had to have your insurance. Where did you get your insurance from? And then tell us about where'd you get your PCR test from? And did you apparently you passed the PCR test because you got here with your lady. But just tell us some more information, Wendell. Thank you so much. Round train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Murphy Hazel, yeah, congrats, man. Congrats to you, man. You did that thing right time. See, Wendell, you made it. And you got people that are looking up to you now because you are the point man. You kicked the dough in, you know? You kicked the sum of my bun in, and you made it. And now people are looking for you and other people that made it to the Philippines to see what you did so they can follow your footsteps. Okay, so you're a leader of the pack. Now your responsibility is to help people that's behind you. Say, look, man, it wasn't that bad, or was bad in this area, or remember to look out for this. You need to get some tidbits of information that will help the person behind you so they won't have it bad. Okay, man, let's go round train, BobbieD. Murphy, hey, he said, how long was the trip? Like, okay, Wendell, that's your first question. How long was the flight, Wendell? How long was it? Let's go. Round chain, BobbieD. Who we got? Wendell calling. Yeah, he said, I left New York 6:30 a.m. March 1st and landed in Manila 9:58 p.m. March 2nd at night. Okay. So that was about what, 14 hours. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. You had a straight flight in. That's why I tell everybody, don't get this layover, don't do it, man. Get a straight flight to wherever you're going. You're going to Cebu, try to get a straight flight to Cebu. Sometimes they don't offer. Some airlines do offer straight flight. Wherever you're going, if you have to pay some more money, pay the more money. And if you have to get a layover flight with a layover, try to get it no more than two hours layover, because anything over there, you're gonna be bored. You're gonna be sitting up there bored doing it, and then somebody might come mess with you, man, because they know you waiting for your layover, so they're gonna try. And they know you got Martai too. You know what I'm saying? So try to get a straight flight in. try to get a direct connect. Okay. So what airline did you take, Wendell? Tell us what airline were you on, and how did the airlines treat you? Also, give us, if you don't mind, telling us about how much you paid and how did you book your flight. Did you do agoda.com? Did you book your flight directly with the airline? Did you have a flight agency do it for you? Tell us more, Wendell. Inquiring minds want to know. The more you tell us, Wendell, the more we understand that it's not that bad, or the more we will understand that it's bad. Okay, well, either way, let us know. Ryan Train, BobbieD, who we got? Wendell, he said, yeah, that's quite some time. Yeah, it's quite time. You know, it's going to be a long trip. Y'all can't get around that. So what you want to do, if you have some books to read, bring your books. You have magazines to read, although they do have magazines on the planes and international flights. They also, most airlines have a movie. You can look at videos on the back of your seat or above your head. There usually is a movie panel, and you have control over what movies you want to see. They also have music videos you can look at, and they also have radios, and they also have the most popular albums or CDs that are out right now. So you have a lot of stuff to do to buy the time. But me, I like to bring my own stuff, because I read, I study, and then I listen to stuff. I listen to meditation tape, and it keeps my mind right, because your mind can play tricks on you when you go in the airline and air that long. Your mind be like, man, what I'm doing on here? When all kind of negative stuff can pop in your mind. So you got to keep your mind focused. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I bring stuff pertinent to where I'm headed. I bring stuff that's going to lift my mind, keep my mind right, and keep me focused and not get me negative. So that's what you want to do. If you got a little CD that you can bring, or you got some stuff on your phone, on your smartphone, bring your earplug and just listen to it, man, and keep your mind right. Let's go, Ryan Train, Bobby. Who we got? Wendell Cognetti. He said, nothing like having coffee in the morning with your lady, man. That's a beautiful time, baby. That's a beautiful time. I had coffee with DD, but she don't drink coffee. But we sit down there and talk, and we eat our breakfast together. It's a beautiful time, man. When you with the one you love, don't nothing beat that, man. When you love her, she loves you. You love each other back. That's the way it's supposed to be. And when you change in an environment, you're going from the United States of a doggone America, the hustle and bustle part of the world, to the laid back, relaxed part. You can't beat that, man. It's a beautiful time. Ryan Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. We one love. Murphy, hey, he said, I hear you, bro. It's nice, you know. You all of this time, you know, I've been here. I've been with you guys all of this time from the beginning of the pandemic until now. Okay, I've been here. You know, I haven't gone no place either. I'm still here, and so I'm loving it here. If I didn't love it here, I'd be gone. So you know, I like it here, and so I tell you to come. And I've been trying to keep that in the forefront of your minds, that don't get distracted. Keep focused. And those of you that did what I said, you're going to be rewarded, because you're going to see your lady and hope to God she ain't shady. Who we got? John B. John in the house. B. John. What's up, JT? Gold Bull. I keep calling him because he used to be a silver member. John is a member. John used to be a silver member. And John said, I'm tired of this. I'm going to be a gold. He said, I'm going to be a gold. He bought into the gold membership. He wanted to be the best. He wants the best. And wanted to be associated with somebody that he believes has something worthwhile to say. Thank you so much, John, for being a gold member in the house. He said, Ukraine had enough to join NATO. And they did. Yeah, they had it, man. I told you, they had it. And they didn't do it. You know? And then now they want to cry. We need emergency, because they getting kicked in the butt by Russia now. Russia bombing the heck out of them now. They just took a large city. I think it was Kyiv or something like that. Just about a few hours ago. And now they want to cry. Can we get in? Y'all need to let us in. Because they wanted the protection. They should have did that years ago when they had the opportunity. Okay, he said, and they didn't do it. So they can fight Russia themselves. God, you like me. You got the same mentality. Yeah, let them fight Russia. That's not our fight, man. I'm not. If I was President Joe Biden, I'd do just like he said the other night in his speech. I'm not sending our troops over there. I'm not sending our men and women over there to fight somebody that didn't have enough guts to do his NATO thing when they had the time. They had a chance to get into NATO. They had a chance to join the European Union, and they chose not to do it. So that's their problem. That's their fight. Biden says if you're a NATO member, we will fight every inch of your land and protect you. But you're not. So the best we can do for you is pray for you, brother, and send you some ammunition and weapons, and send you some Monte so you can help your people eat. You know, that's all we can do. You had the right, the choice, and you denied it. You didn't do it. Why they didn't do it? Because they were scared of Putin. Yeah, they were scared of Putin. Zelensky wasn't the president then. It was back in 2008. I think a guy named Brzezinski or something like that. Anyway, they didn't do it because they scared Putin was gonna come down on them then. Yeah, and then eventually Putin did come on them. In 2014, Putin invaded their country and he took over Crimea without shooting one shot. They didn't have the guts then to stand up and fight. Okay, so they were weak then. They get a little stronger now. But this is your fight, Ukraine. I'm sorry. You don't get mad at me all you want. This is Ukraine's fight. And it's a dog. It's going to be a dog fight because Ukraine ain't giving up. They're going to fight to the last man standing. I don't blame them. Okay? And so Russia got hell on their hand. I don't know if y'all know about this. Two types of warfare. There's traditional warfare. You know, you stand each other and you shoot and fight and and then there's guerrilla warfare, or some people call it urban warfare. They're getting into urban warfare. That's the worst kind of warfare you can get. You coming in somebody else's territory and they can pick you off because they know the terrain. They know every inch of their land. And so Russia, you're going to catch it. You hear me? Do you think it's going to be easy for them? Nah. It's going to be hard. They might win in the end, but they're going to lose a whole lot of people doing it. Let's go around train BobbieD One Nation. Who we got? Murphy, hey, he said, I found myself in the middle of the skinhead rally in Germany. Ooh. And I was not there by choice. I left there before they gave the warning not to go. Okay. I was shoulder to shoulder. Ooh, Lord. Murphy, what you talking? Ooh, Lord, Murphy, you was up in the devil's camp, man. What's up? What's up with that? But yeah, you didn't know about it. You would have been there, man. That's rough, man. He said, but God protect me. There you go. There you go. Those are my two favorite words. But God. There go I, except for the grace, but God, for God. God, man. When you on the Lord's side, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. The Bible said, no weapon formed against me shall what? Prosper. And then it said, any tongue rises up. You talk about me, call me all kind. Any tongue rises up against my child in judgment, I shall defend. Okay? Yeah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, for protecting Murphy and protect everybody on the train, Lord God. Wherever they are in this world, if anybody want to be racist, let them be racist, but don't let them touch the train ride. Okay, Lord? Thank you so much, my God. Round train, buddy. Carlton Ben. What's up, Ben? You good? So good to see you. So good. He said, Bobby, you did it again. Modern news media don't allow the questioning. Nah, they don't, man. They don't allow questioning. They just do whatever they want to do. But yeah, man, I try to do the right thing on this show, and I try to let people talk, and I try to get answers to the question as much as possible. Round train, Bobby, who we got? Murphy, hey, he said, I wish there was a direct flight from the USA to the Philippines. There are direct flights from the USA to the Philippines. I had direct flight from I don't know. Well, this was on. I had a direct flight from Korean Airlines to the Philippines, straight to Cebu, and then you can go straight from the USA to Manila. A lot of direct flights to Manila. In fact, Wendell just got one. So yeah, you got to look, man. If the airline that you're dealing with don't have it, go to another one. Or if the agency you're dealing with don't have it, look for another one. Direct flights are more expensive, but I'm gonna tell you, it is worth it. You hear me? Because I had a layover. I was trying to be cheap one year. I came out here. I think it was my second or third year. I don't know. Anyway, I had 4 layovers, and it took me 24 hours to get here, man. And I was going crazy, just sitting around doing nothing. Sitting around doing nothing. Your butt get hurt. And you get up and walk. You get tired of walking. You sit back down. You gotta and then you go to try to go to sleep and you can't stretch out nowhere. It's a nightmare. Them layovers is something else. So if you can avoid layovers and the connecting flights, do get that straight connection to your destination. You will be it will be well worth it for you. Ride Train, BobbieD and LisaD One Nation. Carlton Banks in the house. Carlton, let me ask you, man. I want you to consider being a member of the train ride. I'm asking everybody I hadn't talked to, be a member of the train. You got 2 memberships, 3 memberships, you gold, you got the silver, and you got the bronze. Bronze is $2.99, $6.99, and then gold $24.99. Do me that favor when you can. Let's go. He said, you asking about bad experiences. United got to be the worst. United got to be the worst. Flying into Beijing to Cambodia was a horrible experience. Okay. Here's a tip. Beijing doesn't go directly flights to Beijing doesn't. I wouldn't go to Beijing for nothing in the world. Nobody could pay me to go there. Nah, I'm not going nowhere near Jinping. And it's crazy. Well, I'm not going nowhere there. He said, here's the tip. Beijing doesn't do direct flights to Phnom Penh. Okay. So he went to Cambodia. And he went from Beijing to Cambodia, and it was a bad flight. Beijing doesn't do. Okay, yeah, man. Try to do. I haven't been to Cambodia. I haven't been to mainland China, but I've been to Hong Kong, China. So I won't never go there. I won't go to Hong Kong anymore. Hong Kong is not the same anymore since Beijing or Jinping took over. They were supposed to be a separate autonomous country, Hong Kong, and but now they're just an image of China, mainland China. So I won't go there anymore. When I went there, it was nice. It was nice. People are mean, and I mean. The people in China are just mean. I'm just gonna say that to you straight up. But the place was beautiful. It was nice out there. But I won't. At least you won't be going back to China. Period. Hong Kong or Beijing or mainland China. Period. All right. But yeah, man. Carlton Banks. If y'all got any more travel tips out there, let the people know. Let the people know. United. I've never flown United. I hope I never do. I've heard a lot of bad things about that airline. So if y'all had some good experience on United, let me know. If y'all had some bad one. If you had a bad experience on your airline, let me know. If you had a good experience on your airline, let me know. I've had good experiences with the Delta. Well, I'm putting it like this. Delta Airline and Philippine Airlines in the past, now this is the past, were terrible. Okay. They was always late, and Delta had the nerve to serve you, you expecting to give you hot, you ready for eat, right? They're gonna serve you some snacks for your meal. So what is this? It was a little penis and an apple. I said, that's your dinner shirt. I said, no. Give me some food. He said, that's all we got there. They were trying to cut back, but they've done better now. They're serving real food now. I've heard also, y'all, that airlines is no longer serving drinks. Some of them are serving it, and most of them have stopped because people are acting a fool on the plane. You hear me? It's over. I think they have had over 6,000 incidents in the last 2 years. People are acting fool. Ever since the pandemic came out, people are acting a straight up donkey on these planes. So if you come around somebody that's drunk, try to ask the lady, can you get me another seat? If there's an open seat, ma'am, can you change my seat? This person over here is drunk. I don't want no conflicts. Ain't nothing wrong with asking, right? She might not be able to do it. But if you can, because people act a fool, man. I try to be careful on these flights, man. I don't speak to nobody because I don't want no trouble. If they speak to me, I say, yes. I answer back and I try to be polite, but I mind my business because I don't want no conflicts. All right, let's go round. Who we got? Carlton Mason, California does direct flights to Manila. Okay, New York has a direct flight, I believe, as well. New York City has a direct flight to Manila. And find out, Carniente, I don't know what Carniente is, man. You supposed to give us some information, Carniente. What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, but you can find something, Murphy. You just got to look, man. You got to look. They're out there, but you're going to pay more for it. Round Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Under Group One Love. Wendell, he said, I got my travel insurance through website, BobbieD, that you protest. Posted. I told you, man. See, thank you so much for letting me know. See the information I give you? It pays to be a member on this train. It pays to be a subscriber on this train. It pays to ride this train. I give you the information to you right, tight, long, and strong. I stay up late at night trying to find the stuff for you, man. So I'm glad to hear that. You said the PCR test was a bit much. 120. Oh Lord, that's expensive, man. $125, 150 for a PCR test? Nah, man, I gotta buy me something else. That's crazy. The PCR test out here is like $30. That's they trying to rip somebody off with that. And walking within 24 to 7 hours before departure. Okay. That's not. I mean, I see why they're raising the race like that. They're making it what convenient. Okay, they're making it convenient for you to get it, so they're charging you for the convenience, not for the test. But the test is not really no 150 to no 125 no 50. That's not the price for that test. So they're just making it convenient for you, and they said we're going to charge. So yeah, I'll be trying to find something else. Round train about release. He won the nation. Calls him back. He said, Murphy Hayes, LAX direct flights. Go to Manila. Yeah. So Murphy's in Louisiana. So you would get a flight. You would get a flight from Louisiana to Manila. I mean, no. You get a flight to Louisiana to LA. Okay. And then from LA, you go straight to Manila. But I don't know if you're going to Manila or whatever you're going. But that's if you want to go to Manila, that's a straight shot right there. Okay. If you want connecting flights, just like Carter said, you get your connecting flights in the States. Because I think somebody, John Thomas, said he was going to go to, wait a minute. Somebody said, Monroe. Monroe said he was going to go from North Carolina to New York. Okay. And then from New York, he's going to get a straight shot into Manila. So that might be the best way to do it. If you have to get a connecting flight, get it within the state. Do not get it outside of the country. You got to lay over in Japan or lay over in this. Don't do it. And for God's sake, don't get a connecting flight in Taiwan. That's one of the worst airports I've ever been in, man. I hope they've improved it since I've been there. That place was nasty. I couldn't wait to get out of here. And I took the airline called Cathay Pacific. They always go through Taiwan. Don't do it if you can help it. Let's go round train. Who we got? Wendell. He said, I flew with United Airlines, but I had a few connecting flights. 18. That's not bad, Wendell. See, he flew with United. I've never flown with them. Somebody said United's bad, and I think they are. I got to hear a lot of bad stuff about it, but he had a good trip, looked like. But he said if he got a connecting flights, $1,800, that's a good price, round trip. That's a good price, Wendell. And I know why you got that good price, because you had connecting flights. The more flights you get, the lower the price. The more connections you get, the less the price. The less connections, the higher the price. Okay, so that's why you got it, man. And $1,800, I paid that before, and so that's a good price. I seen where they're paying 24, 25 and above now for a round trip ticket. So you did a good thing, man. Round train BobbieD and LisaD One nation. We got Swagoo. What's up, man? You good? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Wasn't want to be. Nah, what's up, man? You said, hello, BobbieD and LisaD. What's up, man? How y'all doing? We doing all right. We doing all right. You doing good? You doing good? What's up, man? So good to see you. Swagoo in the house. Round train BobbieD and LisaD One nation under everyone love. Who we got? Murphy. Hey. He said, I'm in New Orleans. Haven't checked the flight yet. Thanks. I hate my layovers. Yeah, I do too, man. But yeah, your best bet, New Orleans, is to hit a flight to New York and then go from New York straight into Manila. If you're going to Manila, straight shot there. That's the best route for you, man. Take you straight there, and then you can meet your lady, and or she'll meet you there. Oh, well, you go wherever she's at, Round train BobbieD and LisaD One day. Who we got? Wendell Conyete. He said, because of the dates, I wanted to get here sooner. My favorite flight is Philippine Airlines nonstop. Okay, yeah, Philippines does a nonstop too. They charge you more as well. I've had that as well. When I first started coming to the Philippines, I was on El Cheapo. Oh, no, man, don't play all that money. And I had a whole bunch of connecting flights and layovers, man. And I got tired of that. So now I'm playing that now. I just started paying the higher money, paying the higher rates. And I realized that it's better to do that and be more relaxed, because you get here in a shorter time versus the connecting and layovers. You have a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour layover. That sucks. Okay. I had can you believe this, man? I had an 8-hour layover on Cathay Pacific. And guess where it was? Taiwan. I want to go there no more. Let's go. Round trip, Bobby Lee, who we got? John in the house with John, big John. He said, Murphy, the direct flight to Manila from Philippines Airlines is available for several cities. I'm hot, not sure about Cebu. Right. Manila, I think I've had a Philippine airline. Yeah, I've had a Philippine airline to Cebu. It's not a lot direct flights to Cebu, but you can find them if you look, and they're going to charge you way, way more. I've had a Philippine direct flights to Cebu. But most of the time, I got to stop over Manila. And then it ain't no thriller in Manila. I'm telling you that. They talk about thriller in Manila, forget about it. Just peace. Every time you go to Manila and you're sitting around, somebody going to come up on you, man. Because they know you. See this color we got in our skins? Some of us, those you got this melanin in your skin, it attracts people's eyes. Okay? And they know you're a tourist. They know you travel, and they know you got some Monte, because people don't travel without no Monte, and they try to get some. So I stay out of Manila. All right, we got Run Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation, on the group with love. Who we got? Murphy, hey. He said, thanks, John, man. I appreciate it, brother. So good looking out, good looking out. Run Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Burndale Conyete. He said, oh, and I forgot to go online to order the One Health Pass. Oh, you forgot? Man, why? How did you get in without the One Health Pass? That's required. You have to do that 3 days before you get in here. So I don't know how to. Y'all don't forget that. The One Health Pass is required. You have to have that CR code, and you have to have your transaction number, because when you get in the country, actually when you get on the plane, they ask you for that stuff. So I don't know. Somebody must have liked you, Wendell. The Lord must have been looking out for you. Because, yeah, y'all remember now, you have to have that One Health Pass. If you need to know all the details about it, I did a video on it, the One Health Pass. Check it out, okay? You have to go online, fill out everything, and they give you a transaction number and a barcode. You got to have that stuff. Just take your smartphone, take pictures of it. That way you won't lose it. River Ryan Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Who we got? Carlton Banks. He said, United is synonymous with horrible attitude. Yeah, I've heard about it. I never flew them, but I heard a lot of bad stuff about them, man. Like Delta used to be bad back in the day, but Delta changed. They had to change. They were so terrible. And I tell you what, if you want a really good airline, I'm going to tell you the best airlines I've ridden so far. I've ridden Korean Airlines. They're the best. To get to the Philippines, they treat me like king, man. And when I take them, I might lay over in Korea. Seoul, Incheon, I might have a layover there. But that airport is the bomb. Y'all ever been to Incheon, Seoul, Korea airport? That airport is the bomb, man. They got everything. They got place you can lay down, place you can take a shower. They got all kind of attractions. You like a layover over there. But some airports don't have that. So going from Atlanta to Incheon and then straight in the Philippines, that's the way I did it most of the time, because my layover was usually like hour, 2 hours. That's it. But then I would try to get a straight shot in without no connection. But if you got to, get the one that's going through Incheon. Don't get the one going. There's another layover flightway route that goes through Japan. I've been that one. That ain't too. Japan has a nice airport, but that layover in Japan was usually like 4 hours or more. You want to try to avoid that. Ron Chain, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Who we got? Wendell Conyete. He said, BobbieD, you did a very good job on how to travel to the Philippines and all information on what you need before you depart. Thank you so much, man. Hey, see, I try to bring it to you, man. I'm a seasoned traveler going to the Philippines many, many years, and I've traveled all over the world. I'm telling you, man, I try to get it to you right, tight, long, strong, so that you won't be disappointed. You say, BobbieD, you ain't telling me why I missed it. I want to hear that, because I told you. Let's go, Ron Chain. Who we got? Carlton Banks. He said, I used to work with a Ukrainian lady. She never really spoke to me, very cold. Okay. Yeah, some of them, whenever we talk about racism and things of that nature, keep in mind that's a general. There's always exceptions, and nobody's the same, right? So she was probably one where she didn't have any hangups with people of color. So there are people that don't have hangups. Now, all of them are not like that now, but there's a lot of them that are. So this was for people that are in that country. Nobody's absolute on everything. There's always exceptions to some and most rules. Ron Train, BobbieD, LisaD One Nation. Who we got? Howard Cooper. Aloha. What's up? Coming to us from Hawaii. What's up, man? You good? Hey, Coop, I got something for you, man. whenever you get a chance, man, consider joining and being a member of the channel. I need 14 more members for the years out. I'm going to ask you. The Bible said, ask, and it shall be given unto you. So I'm waiting, okay? I'm waiting for you to give it unto me. Let's go right to BobieD One Nation. Who we got? Wendell Coyente. I got my test results back the same day in 30. Wow, 30 minutes? Yeah, that's another reason why they charge you so much, because you get it back fast. Usually like 18, 14 hours before they get it back. But you got yours back quick. That's another reason why they charging you. They got a machine probably process it faster, and they had to pay a lot of money for that machine, so they passed those charges on to you. Ron Chain, BobieD One Nation. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, he said, thanks, Bobby. Wendell and John. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome, man. That's what this all is about. That's what this train is about. Each one reach one, each one teach one. We're going to look out for each other so that we can ensure that all of our brothers and sisters who ride this train have a beautiful time when they come to the Philippines. Okay? That's what we're about, man. And if y'all notice something that I didn't pick up or I didn't catch, let me know, and I'll do some research on it and figure out what's going on. Okay? And whenever you get to the Philippines, just like Wendell did, let me know. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just let us know. Hey, I made it, man. I'm here. Yeah? What's wrong with that? Yeah? So, and then we'll pick your brain just like we picking Wendell's brain to see how he made it. And it looks like Wendell had a smooth flight, except for one hitch. He forgot his one health pass. And so, guys, don't forget that 3 days before you depart, you need to go onto the One Health Pass online website and register, because you're going to need that generated code and that QR code. Okay, let's go. Round Train, BobieD One Nation, under Groove, One Love. Who we got? Howard Cooper. He said, okay, I will be a member for sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Cool. I appreciate that. See? And the Bible said, ask and it shall be given unto you. And then you know what else the Bible say? It says, you have not because you ask not. And I read that scripture the other night when I read my Bible. And he said, that's why I don't have it, because I'm not asking. You know? And that's what the Bible says. So I said, everybody is not a member. From now on, I'm going to ask them. What they say, if they say, yeah, fine. If they don't, fine. That's all. But thank you so much, Cool Man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Round Train, BobieD One Nation. Murphy, he said, and thanks, Carlton. You welcome, man. Hey, that's what we do, man. We look out for each other on this train. We try to help each other prosper and live a good life. And if you see something out there that you know that would benefit the train, let us know, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong. Don't keep it to yourself. It's good to you, right? So it might be good to some of us. If whenever I see something good or something different out here, and I think it might help you guys to know it, I'll bring it. And I don't play. And you do the same, okay? All right, guys, it's been real. We got to go. And I came to you a little bit late today because the guys are still working out there and they wanted lunch. They came back early, but they ain't doing it. They're mixing cement now, so that's why there's no noise. But we'll be back again, hopefully tomorrow or the day after. But we'll be back. It's been real. We got to go. But whenever you come to the Philippines, be yourself, be relaxed, get all of that American stuff out of your mind. You're here to learn, you're here to mix, you're here to mingle, and to find out what this society and the people are all about. If you've never been here before, it will be an eye-opener for you. It will be an eye-opening experience if you've never been to an Asian country. Asian people are very, very traditional. They're very, very conservative. But for the most part, they're very, very friendly as well. So when you come here, man, be flexible and be ready to mix and mingle and open your mind up to receive new teaching, new things people do different from the USA. Because the USA is a beautiful country to be in. You know, I've lived there all my life, but there are other places just as nice, and they may not be as modern as the USA. Because this country, they're not as modern, but they're much, much better as far as friendliness. Okay, so come here with an open mind to learn and to greet the people in love and peace, and they'll return that back to you, and you will have an awesome time here. That's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD, and these D's upstairs doing something, saying take care, God bless, and peace.